So when I was a child, I would pretend to be a superhero. An ordinary bedsheet became my cape, and a cutout cardboard was my sword, and a metal trash can lid, it made the perfect shield. In my make-believe world, I could fly through the air with ease, leap over buildings, and use my special powers to save the world. Of course, the only real world that I ever actually saved consisted of my dog Max and my cat Yo-Yo, each playing the part of a citizen in distress. And my only real mission was to eat dinner and go to bed. My real life, though, it was much more difficult. I was a child struggling with a pronounced speech impediment and would do just about anything to avoid reading or speaking out loud in school out of fear of ridicule. When the other kids would read, I remember wishing that I could say the words clearly like they did and feeling embarrassed when I could not. If the teacher ever turned in my direction, my head would immediately go down, definitely go down. I would avoid all eye contact. I just wanted to be invisible. I would quietly whisper to myself, please, please, please don't pick me. My elementary school years were challenging and oftentimes lonely. Luckily, though, things were about to change. I thought superheroes were only make-believe, but I was wrong. Both my reading teacher and my school speech pathologist therapist became my real-life superheroes. They refused to let me settle for less than they knew that I could accomplish and did whatever was necessary to make sure that I succeeded. With years of hard work and their amazing support, I was able to overcome my fear of speaking, and I grew more confident in my efforts to read. I was given opportunities to succeed, and I learned how to believe in myself. My teachers refused to give up and never once allowed me to give up on myself. They listened with their hearts, and they made me realize that superheroes really do exist, and they're called teachers. Fast forward to this very moment. This auditorium is filled with Pearland ISD modern-day superheroes. Your enthusiasm is electrifying, contagious, and deserves recognition. I personally want to thank each of you for what you do to impact our kids. I am a product of public education and of teachers who, just like all of you, worked hard every day for kids like me. I hope to serve as proof that what you do, it really does matter. It mattered to me, and it changed my life. I was inspired by teachers just like you. So what does a superhero teacher do to deserve the title? They make what seems impossible, possible. The word can't, it's not in their vocabulary. What does a superhero teacher look like? That's very, very easy. Take a moment to look to your left, and then look to your right. Look in front of you, and then look behind you, because each of you are the superheroes that I'm speaking of. Why is great teaching like being a superhero? Every day you use methods, whatever they may be, to find ways to teach your content, analyze data, plan lessons, collaborate with others, prepare for state testing, track progress, implement new ideas, address different learning styles, and countless other activities. You do all of that, plus you nurture the child's heart and soul. Now that is truly amazing. How can we all teach like a superhero? My students know that I absolutely love all things Marvel and DC comics. I love all the superheroes. They also know that I like to teach using my favorite hero's special abilities. We have a lot of fun with it in my classroom. I would like to share 3 secret powers that I learned from my favorite heroes. First, there's Spidey sense. This is Spider-Man's ability to sense when something's not quite right. It allows him to see clearly and to solve problems. We all know this as teachers' intuition. It's all based on relationships and connections. To activate the power, we must be emotionally invested in our kids. For the power to work properly, we need to take time to get to know the kids and to let them get to know us. More often than not, our students are thankful that we noticed their needs and provided a simple hug, apology, and encouragement or guidance. It's amazing how students respond to a simple, hey, I'm sorry, or I was wrong. Spidey sense allows us to help the kids when they can't help themselves. Secondly, there's humor, my personal favorite. This is one of Spider-Man's greatest powers. In the face of adversity, negativity, and challenge, he uses quick wit and charm to de-escalate potentially bad situations. I'm not above using corny jokes, which by the way I think are very funny, wearing crazy, zany, totally ridiculous outfits, and singing and dancing. And everyone knows I cannot sing and I have no rhythm. But I do it all for the purpose of keeping the atmosphere light and safe in my classroom. I have found that it's extremely hard for my students to stay angry at me when I'm dressed as a giant purple troll or a big green space alien. I remind myself every day that my students, they're only 10 years old. They have good days and they have bad days, just like I do. Many are faced with unbelievable challenges. Some are just sad, some are just scared. My goal is to change the negative into a positive through humor so that their mind is free to learn. And finally, there's X-ray vision. Superman's ability to see through things. Teachers, we call this love. It allows us to look past the data, past the social, emotional, and economic problems, past cultural differences, poor choices, and hurtful words. It allows us to see the heart of our students in its truest form. We're able to find ways to encourage and to provide hope and unconditional belief in their abilities. Seeing their heart allows us the ability to forgive and to teach empathy. It allows us to model not only what love and kindness looks like, but what love and kindness feels like. So in closing, I challenge you to continue to be the kind of teacher that changed my life years ago, and to embrace your own superpowers within, whatever they may be. I challenge you to take every teachable moment and make it your own, and to be the hero that every child deserves to have in their corner. Most importantly, I challenge you to believe that you are not here by accident, and to accept the honor of being one of the very best that education has to offer. So, everybody, grab your superhero cape, dust it off, and let's get ready to have a great year. Yeah.